How to sell a house fast in probate. You probably have this house that you really want to sell and the heirs are jumping down your throat, or you just really want to get probate done. So how do you get rid of that house as quick as possible? We're going to get into that right now. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brendan Mohr, California Realtor and Certified Probate and Trust Specialist by the California Association of Realtors.
And I'm Bill Heyman. I'm a licensed California professional fiduciary. I'm also a licensed California real estate broker and a licensed realtor in Nevada, as well as a registered and bonded legal document assistant specializing in probate in both California and Nevada.
Now, please, right now, like this video, subscribe to our channel. We have so much information for you, and it's dropping all the time. And every day we help people save thousands of dollars and eliminate headaches with our one-of-a-kind probate administration service and real estate listing combo in both California and Nevada. So please reach out to us with any questions, comment on this video. Our contact information is below. So please email, text, or call us. We can help you. Now, Bill, selling a house fast in probate. Let's get to this.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of errors that people can make, and sometimes we see like delays in even getting the process started is one of them. So what would you say? What's a great way to first step?
Well, I think one of the very first steps is to make sure that you hire a very, very experienced probate professional service, and also that you hire a very experienced probate realtor.
Yeah, and the probate professional, that's going to either be a probate attorney, or which a lot of people think like they need, but you're not required to use an attorney.
No,
I mean, you could do it yourself if you want to do it the long and hard way. But like your service, a non-attorney probate administration service, where you save our clients thousands and thousands of dollars, typically is a great way to go. Plus, you do it so fast. It's in your best interest to do it very quickly,
to get it done as soon as possible,
instead of dragging it out like we see so many of our clients come to us. But and hiring like you said, hiring a realtor who is very experienced in probate, and we have a video on that. Called How to Hire a Probate Realtor. Please search our channel for it, because there's 10 interview questions and a downloadable list with 15 questions on it. What would you say? So once you've hired your team, what's a great next step?
Well, I think you really need to get that probate petition filed immediately. So many people, they wait to file probate, and delaying on filing probate only exacerbates problems that could develop and that you may have. Both you and I have seen people who have waited years to file a probate, and there's many ways that can come back to cost you both in time and money. So file that petition immediately. Don't wait.
So many ways that can from possible property tax increases when there's real estate involved, the home itself being in worse condition as time goes on, especially if it's vacant. All sorts of things.
I was going to ask you, Brendan, what about pricing on a probate property? What do you think? What are your suggestions on that?
Yeah, so that is really the next step. So you have your team, you have the petition, and really before authority has been granted, you can start to work on some of this. Really jump out of the gates, get prepared, get your team, and the realtor will help you with the pricing. So what the realtor is going to do is give you a suggested price. They're going to tour the property, have them come over. They're going to do a comparative market analysis of a CMA of the comparable sales in the area. They're also going to look at, or at least the way I do it, I also look at the competition, not just the past sales. Who are you competing against? And give an idea of what that property can sell for quickly. And as you know, what helps a property sell faster when it comes to pricing?
Oh my gosh, preparing that property for sale.
Yeah.
Boy, you want to clean that property up. You want to declutter it. Maybe you want to, put some money into it. Maybe do some renovations. Maybe some light cosmetic things. You don't have to. You're not required to put in a lot of money and renovate the property. You certainly can sell a probate property as is, but there's different levels of preparation that you can go through. And I know Brendan is very, very good at advising our probate real estate clients as to what's going to work best for the situation they're in, depending on if they want to put some money in, a little money, a lot, none. But I think it's very important that you prepare that property for listing and and sale.
Yeah, and really, like you said, you don't have to do anything. It's pretty common in probate that there's a lot of personal property that are left behind. And if you if that's part of selling the property quickly for you because you cannot clear that property, maybe you don't have the money to clear it out, have a junk hauler come in. A lot of times, it's known in probate that a lot of the personal possessions are going to come with the property as
Mm-hmm.
long as that's in the contract the
Right.
buyer
Right.
commits to. Then that should be fine. Now that can affect value
Yeah.
for the home. So we're not just talking about getting the best price for the home here. We're talking about selling it fast. So there's ways to sell it fast, and there's maybe ways to sell it for more money. And ways to sell it for more money, yeah, definitely putting more work into the property.
It's going to
But
help.
if you're trying to sell it fast, you probably just want to do some of the basics, and you can start to make those plans very, very quickly, even
Yeah,
before your first court date.
for
You can start
sure.
to plan that stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, pricing it right after all that, when you're looking at the final condition right before you go on market, if you overprice it, you're not going to get anybody even looking at your house.
Yeah.
But if you price competitively to the market, um, maybe even price it under the competition,
Mm-hmm.
you might get multiple offer situation to where now you're working with multiple buyers, you're countering them, maybe you're getting an even better price than you thought.
Yep. Yep.
So getting it on market is a big thing, but
It is.
and then where you're on market, okay, so you went through the steps, you hired the right service, you made sure the petition for probate was filed immediately, and that's usually the service that you're involved in.
Yep.
But you want to tell them, I want to get this going fast.
Right. Right
You
away.
hired the right realtor, you set the right price, you maybe cleaned up the property, got it ready for sale, as quickly as you could in a short amount of time. You got on the market. Now it's on the market. You did everything right. You have some offers. What's something that'll help keep this going?
Oh man, this is one we've had some experience with. It's really, really important that you, as our client, the seller, you've got to respond to your realtor and to your probate professional and to the title company quickly and efficiently. Don't don't not respond because or put off responding because that just delays things and causes nothing but problems. It's really important to respond as quickly as possible.
Yeah, your agent's going to be reaching out to you. They're going to need documents to be signed. Typically, that can be done as long as you know how to use email. You're going to be doing things like a digital signature service. There's lots of documents in real estate
Yes.
to sign. So you need to respond to your agent quickly. Sometimes it's just one document that needs to be signed, and they need it that day because something with the buyer's lender, they really need it.
Yep.
Otherwise, there's certain things that could maybe happen that cause the escrow to fall out.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to respond quickly. Plus, responding with the probate professional, right?
Sure, sure, because there's actually two sets of documents and two sets of issues that are involved in a probate real estate sale. You've got the real estate side and you've got the probate side, and you got to get both sides done, or else escrow is not going to close.
Yeah, and there's certain documents that need to be at the escrow office before closing. So working directly with your probate professional is very important to make sure certain things are done. Um, and you may have to ask them about it depending on who you're using. You probably wouldn't have to ask so much about it if Bill was doing it because Bill's always way ahead of me on this stuff. He always has this stuff at the escrow company, but I've seen it where we have to really chase down some attorneys, and it can be hard to hire the right service.
It can be, and hiring the right service can make all the difference in the world.
Oh yeah, because
all the difference in the world.
I was talking to someone a couple of months ago how they had a probate that went over 5 years, and they had hired an attorney who on his website says he specializes. One of his specialties was in probate, and they came to the conclusion eventually that it didn't look like he'd ever really done a probate before. So
It happens.
it's hard. It's really hard. But luckily I know Bill here. So essentially, if you're doing all these things and being proactive, um, being available for communication, signing things when you need to,
Yeah.
as long as you're abiding by the contract, maybe you've got people, you got the house vacant. That's another one.
That's a big deal.
Get everybody out of that house. If there's somebody living there, you want them out, preferably before you go on the market. But if you can't, make sure they're out before closing, and that'll close on time. Let's say that you hired the service quickly. You hired your probate professional. How long until you think you can get this home on the market from that point?
Well, There's actually a kind of an obscure probate code that I use that allows me to get what's called a short set on the initial hearing. So usually we can have that first hearing within 30 to 60 days after we start. So you can count on having that home on the market right after that first hearing. So 30 to 60 days
Yeah,
from the time you start.
and then a typical real estate sale, as long as you have full authority, it could be anywhere from 15 to maybe 45 days. So maybe a week on the market, maybe less. And if you get a cash buyer,
Yeah.
then that can be faster because there's no loan process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can generally count on, if you have full authority and everybody is doing what we asked in our video here, they're cooperating, they're signing documents, they're responding quickly. From the time you have an approved purchase agreement and you've got full authority, we can usually have you closed within 15 days.
Yeah, 15 days.
15 days.
Maybe 20. I
Yeah,
mean,
15 to
it
20.
just really depends. So that's really how fast you can from start to finish. It could be close to 3 months from start to finish, maybe.
Sure.
Before before you've hired the petition to getting the home on the market,
Mhm.
to accepting a contract, to close of escrow.
Yeah.
And that's not bad at all.
Not considering all the additional work and documentation that's required in a probate sale.
No, it really isn't. And of course, that's if you hired the right people.
Yeah.
So there's multiple videos. I want you to search our channel for how to hire a probate realtor with the interview questions to ask a realtor so you don't have a lot of hiccups. But there's also a video called How Much Does Probate Cost in California? And that talks about the different levels of service, like attorneys, non-attorney probate administration service, pro-per, I mean, do it yourself if you. That's the long way. And how these can benefit you. And it also talks about how bill service can benefit you and save you thousands of dollars and a lot of time. So please watch that. How Much Does Probate Cost in California is a video we have linked next. I want you to click on that, please, and watch it. It's going to appear right above Bill's head right now.